Hey ladies and gents, it's Zemback, and we are looking at the EBR 75 FL10, the new French premium light tank wheeled vehicle that's in-game. Of course, the actual tech tree ones are in game too, starting at the AMD 178B. However, this is the premium. You do the missions, you got the tank, whatever. If you didn't get the tank, you had to buy it. I only did I did the first 8. I did do 9 and 10, so I got it like for $15, I think is all I paid for this thing, just to see what it was like. History of it, this was designed before World War II. The 8-wheeled vehicles was not produced during World War II, of course, obviously, because it occupied France. 1951, they started production of the Panhard EBR series of reconnaissance cars, I guess you would call them. Produced about 1,200 of these tanks, or specifically this hull. In 1954, between 1954 and 1955, they took the AMX 1375 tracked tank turret, the oscillating one that we have in game, and stuck it on the Panhard EBR chassis. That's kind of why we have the EBR 75 FL10. That's why it's called that. So they mated the turret and the chassis together, and this is what we got. Basically to improve the firepower of the EBR. Of course, they built the EBR with the 75 millimeter, so what we have here in game, and then they also had the EBR with the 90 millimeter. This tank was used for quite a number of years. In fact, the direct successor of this continues to be used by the French Army, obviously much more advanced with 105 millimeter. Yeah, so that's the history of it. What do we get in game? Well, and I'll be honest with you, straight up bullshit on this deal. Try the game tanks. So this, I don't even know if it's on sale anymore. It should be on sale, I think. The missions are over with, but I'm sure they're going to offer you to buy this thing. Eventually, somebody's going to like, well, let's buy this thing. If you didn't get the missions and you're looking at it going, hey, maybe I should play this thing, maybe I shouldn't play this thing. Try the ones in game first before you try these tanks. They do require a certain kind of game style play. They're not your typical light tanks. They have terrible view range and not that great of camouflage. Obviously not compared to a light tank. So they're kind of you have to work on a different kind. What's interesting about these tanks, and I'll actually go through that more. I think about it. I'll go through it when I go through the mobility and all that kind of stuff. It's not an easy play style, right? The one I've seen most of that kind of is the old, I'm going to run this thing with my hair on fire all over the battlefields, and it usually ends up one way. They all die. I mean, we all sacrifice the light tanks or the EBRs to the EBR gods of wargaming. There's always an exchange of light tanks early in the game, and that's usually what you see with this tank. Those ones, I don't know if that's the correct way to play it. I usually don't play it that way. I tend to be more of a little bit more passive when I first start out, taking shots, kind of playing it as maybe a really mobile light tank or tank destroyer. Then it'll progress a little bit further here. Then then in the game you'll see what I'm talking about. Moving out, taking opportunities to single out tanks, to break flanks, to flank other tanks. Obviously, of course, that's what this thing does with its speed and mobility. So it's kind of a different play style. And if you don't like the game, the ones in the Lion, you're not going to like this tank because it plays pretty much the same as the rest of them. Obviously, when you get up to tier 10, you get a way bigger gun with the 105 on it. But for the most part, yeah, they're super fast. They don't turn well, and we'll talk about the mobility. So what do we get in game? 175 average damage, 180 average penetration, 11.31 rate of fire, 71.96 gun traverse speed, negative 8 degrees of gun depression, 12 up, 9.11 for the reload, 1.1 aiming time. The gun is very nice, aims very quickly, 0.35 dispersion, because it has an interesting lock-on in this game. You have to get relatively close to a tank, and you can auto-aim it. It doesn't actually have to hit the tank, just as long as you're in the general area of it. Something new. Hopefully they don't bring it into regular tanks. This is kind of one of those really questionable things. 1,980 average damage per minute, 950 hit points, 40 on the hull, 40 on the turrets, Yeah, just squishy paper. Most everybody's running around spamming HE shells at this thing, if you can hit them. Sometimes just entirely depends on if you get the team that can hit everything, every shot that they take, or the team that can't hit every shot they take. Depends entirely how destructive these things are. I've seen platoons of these just wreck a team, and then I've seen platoons die within the first 30 seconds. So yeah, depends on who's shooting who, really, honestly. Like I said, super fast, and pretty decent mobility once you get up to speed. Okay, mobility. Here comes the interesting part about this tank. Top speed and reverse, top speed and reverse. There's two different numbers here. One is when you push the, which one was it, X key? Yeah, something like that. But anyway, that raises and lowers these two inner tires. Now, these are actually aluminum rimmed wheels with steel grousers with rubber in between. And they were developed to allow this tank to cross over extremely soft ground. It lowers the ground pressure quite a bit. The rubber tires were close, I believe, were filled with liquid nitrogen, and to allow them to run flat. Essentially, there was an early version of a run flat tire, so they could be punctured and not be able to, and not lose, you know, the ability to actually move. So that's what you see here. So top speed and reverse. This is without the center tires down. But you get a far more, your tank is far more mobile. This thing does not turn at slow speed, so if you're below 20 town maps, do stay the fuck out of town, because you will get stuck on more shit, run into things, and not be able to turn if you start to slow down. The slower you get, the harder it is for the vehicle to turn. So you have to remember that. Top speed with the wheels down is 80 kilometers an hour. Yeah, you can really smoke. However, you do lose the mobility of having those extra sets of tires down. So usually I use the boost, or I should say not the boost. I drop all 4 tires when I'm going somewhere, and when I get close, I pull the tires up so I can able to maneuver a little bit better. So that's the switching to rapid mode and switching to cruise mode is the difference there. I guess you want to call it. 525 horsepower, 34.5 horse Pacific power. Like I said, very quick tank. It gets out and moves. And I use that right off the bat a lot of times. I mean, I've employed it in a couple different ways. You know, when I first got it a little while ago, I played my 10 games I usually play in these tanks. You did get a 100% crew with it, so I was kind of nice. I already had the first perk. But I didn't have it. I just a fresh crew. I had the 100% crew with the first perk, so it was nice to have the BIA. However, you know, it's still like essentially scratch or starting new. So when I first start with this tank, I usually go to a specific spot on whatever map it is, as fast as I can get there to get off early shots. You know, be able to click out a couple 1-2 quick shots, and then reverse out of there at the same speed you went there, and just get away. You know, and then play the game, watch the map, watch how it's developing. You know, hit weak sides, hit tanks that are alone by themselves. If you get a breakout where you can break a flank and you can just go, you know, whether it's charging after TDs or artillery or whatever, that's what this tank does. It's kind of an interesting mix match gameplay, really, is what it is. It's kind of interesting. Concealment, once again, not bad, but not great. You know, light tank type is, I guess. What really sucks on this tank, of course, is the view range, because you cannot mount binocs on it. So you can't play this tank as a typical light tank, and that's where the people are sometimes having problems with it. You see them trying to do all kinds of shit, everything from sitting in a bush and all that kind of stuff. But with 373, I guarantee most tank destroyers you're running into in game will have better view range than you are. So there's really no point in sitting in a passive bush, at least unless you can get really, really close to what you're trying to spot. Otherwise, sitting in a bush, hoping to God that you can spot something, you're probably not really helping your team much. So with that said, I'm going to bring up the gameplay for you guys. I had a couple, like I said, I played 10 battles. The first 10 battles I played in it, probably, I don't know, I had half of them that were really good and half of them that were really bad. Probably because the first 3 or 4 games I tried to figure out the play style. You know, what can you do with this tank? And it was like, can't quite do that. So I had to rethink, and then my last 5 were relatively good, which is the couple games here is going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So with that said, I'll bring up the battle for you guys, and thanks for watching, guys. Hey, ladies and gents, back with the first game in the EBR 75 FL10, the new wheeled French thingy, armored car, whatever. So yeah, you know, like I said, we talked about it in the garage. With that speed, getting up to that early, you know, you're going to look for that early, quick shot as fast as you can. And that's what this thing does well. It also, I mean, it also works well as a counter scout, taking out those nasty little scout tanks that you run into here. So you see me kick off right away with the put the wheels down to get the speed up here. I'm looking, like I said, to get in position right off the bat and see if I can get lucky and nail a couple shots. Kind of sucks with the shitty view range here. I switch out of the wheeled back into here so I get a little bit better mobility when I want to get up here, and it's a little easier to stop here. I'm trying to get over here to the top to see if I can find anything crossing. Possibly, hopefully, maybe. That's about the time I see everything head that way. So I'm trying to stay, like I said, running forward and backwards as much as I can. I don't like to do a lot of turning. This thing doesn't turn well. And it's about the time I see the scorpion. Come on, where are you at, buddy? Oh, nope, he's not there anymore. We'll throw another one out there. Nothing passing, so like, yeah, okay, I'm out of here. Kick in reverse. Just as fast in reverse as you are in forward. You know, hey. Now, like I said, with the odd play style on this thing, you know, shitty view range, shitty just about everything, you got to kind of sometimes, like I said, you got to play a little bit passive when you first start out here, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. We're going to pull up in here. Come on, where are you at? Get one shell into the 46 pattern before he leaves, and I'm playing a little, like a little bit of a kind of a tank destroyer here. So nope, can't penetrate that, of course, with my shitty pen. And we're going to switch to a little bit of heat round here. See if we can pick him up again. Back up. Ooh, there we go. Get one in the track. Get another one into the track. Some quick damage with it. Like I said, this thing is not. It's not a brawler. It's not something that you're going to want to move around a whole bunch here. Ooh, there we go. IS-7 gives me his rear. Put one into his. Put two into his rear. And he's up against the T-34. Ooh. Puts a big boom into him. Ouch. T-34 finishes him off. I think the E-100 had a little bit of something to do with that here. So switch back to regular rounds. And we're going to go back up to the hill and see what we can find to shoot, spot, or otherwise. You know, like I said, for the most part, it works well for, you know, as an active scout where you can keep rolling. Back to just using the wheels here as much as possible. And we're going to sneak on over here and see if we can get some sneaky side shots into whatever here. However, I got spotted going up there, so I'm not going to try that again. Jagdpanzer U-100's there, of course. That's never good. You know, you bide your time with these tanks as much as you can until you can find that point where you can break the enemy team's flank, where you can circle something, you know, get the mismatch, whatever. You know, that's all something you have to do here. So I picked up the M41 Bulldog here. Fast forward with the fast forward and reverse. Like I said, you can pull up some of this stuff here, what I'm going to be doing here against the Bulldog, popping up and down and whatnot here. So I'm in reverse right now because, you know, it's a little bit tricky sometimes knowing which way is forward and which one's ways first. So, oh, no, never mind. Skoda's like, I'm out of here too. And the ELC's up on the hill. So we've pretty much lost the DE line. E100 is down here by himself, working against the Patton and the Tiger 2. He finishes off the Tiger 2. It's 3-3. So now I have to be a little bit more careful. I'm not terribly sure I haven't been able to find a place to break through on this to do a little bit of flanking here. So auto aim. There's that infamous auto aim. There's one. Ooh, what are you gonna do, buddy? Ooh, there's two. Now put it in reverse here. Fast reverse on this thing. You back out of that. You know, pick and scratch. That's essentially what these things do. You know, with the 2-round autoloader, you know, you can pick out a quick 250 damage or so, sometimes 300 damage if you get lucky with the rolls, just from that quick little burst damage. You know, and like I said, I'm just constantly looking here for exploits where I can exploit either a single tank or making a breakthrough here. So we got the MO1. He takes a frickin' shot at me. Good thing I'm going as fast as I can. Up we go. Turn on the speed. And, ooh, run into the hill. I'm not going to deny it's not easy with this thing, as you can see with the turning and no... if you're going too fast, you can't really do much. So, ooh, there's the MO1. Let's see here. I'm hoping he's going to come up here. Nope, he's not. FV 4005 is like, fuck you, buddy. I got you. Yep, come on. Poke, poke. Oh, he misses. Oh, I think he hits the AX. So I'm just going to stay here just in case the MO1 decides he's going to make a run at this guy. However, I find the AX. There he is. See if we put one. Ooh, finishes him off. And we're out of here. Once again, on the roll. You don't want to stick around in any place real long because you can't. You just don't have anything remotely close to do it. I try to keep on the move as much as I can in this tank. Sitting still for any extended period of time, you lose the ability to turn, that kind of crap here. See, like I said, with the ML2, he is on the run. Let's see if I can put a couple shots in him quick. I've already auto-locked him. There's one. Can't quite get the other one. I'm not going to push my luck and get down there. So we're going to reload here. Now I've pretty much accounted for all the tanks. So I know where there's probably at least one. There's a tank destroyer here in the back. And we're going to turn the speed on here. The ELC's thinking the same thing I am. It's time to start exploiting the flank a little bit here. Yeah. So, get out ahead here. And we're going to... Yep, here we go. I know we have at least one tank possibly over here. The ELC goes up high. The VK... Or I'm sorry, the Waffenträger has been spotted over here earlier. It is 8-6 right now. Yep, there you are. Auto aim him, on the move, reload. Always reloading, I guess. Especially when I know there's nothing in immediate danger here. I always like to have the 2-shot clip up here at all times. We're going to pull up here and see if we can get some cheeky side shots. There's the M4 A1 Rev. There's one shot into him for 162. I don't have 6th Sense. Like I said, I don't have the best crew on this thing. Okay, they finished them off here. Let's see here. Come on. Easy 132. What are you going to do, buddy? Got 2 rounds loaded. E100. Come on. 46 Patton. I've been right near, kind of hoping that one of them is going to make a run down here. But they don't seem to be interested in doing that. Okay, they finished off the ELC. Ooh, there's the artillery. Let's see here. I like artillery. They're always nice to shoot at. So, break him loose. There's one. Ooh, slow down. Turret does not match the speed of the tank very well. Finish him off here, and we got the one more up on the hill here. So, let's see here. He's got about 400 health, I believe is what it was. And, yep, there he is. 449. I got more health than he does. Ooh, I broke his wheel. There we go. And now... Oh, we've auto-locked. His wheels broke. Just need one more. There we go. Finished him off. Yeah. I mean, that's what you're doing with this thing. You're just exploiting flank, weak points, opportunity shots. Use your speed to get to those points. And if you have to, do the active scouting. I don't know, I haven't got to the higher tanks. The tier 6 in this line sucks ass. So it's going to be a while. So thanks for watching. I got one more. Hey, ladies and gents, back with the second battle in the EBR. Typically, like I said, I always start out with a fresh crew in these tanks. I play my arbitrary 10 battles, and whatever battles I get out of the 10 is usually what I bring. I did get lucky. I did have probably 4, maybe 5 pretty decent games in it, and I had 5 pretty shitty games in it. That's the learning curve on these tanks here. I've played the tier 6. The tier 8 is a little bit different than the tier 6. And like I said, with a different play style with these light tanks compared to, an actual light tank, it takes a little bit to get used to. And I'll be honest with you, and like I said in the garage, this tank is not for everybody. This play style is not for everybody here. So, get into position right here. I'm looking for my first shot right off the bat here. I want to take a early peek. See if I can spot anything here. Maybe get 2 quick shots off. With a reverse speed on this thing, you're able to pull this shit off a lot. Pull up and get on him right away here. Ooh. And see if I can get a lower plate on him. Nope. Can't do it. And we're back out of there. Now I dropped both wheels for the speed to get up here. And we're just going to see if we can do this one more time. Hopefully the Pershing, yep, he's left. He's vanished. Let's see if we can pick up another one. Oh, there's the E2. Nope, can't fucking hit him because he's a tier, you know, smaller. he's 2 tiers lower than me, but I can't penetrate his armor because, you know. All right, so enough fucking around there. I cannot stick around. It's time to retreat. You know, with the suit, with that set of tires on the bottom, gives me that extra speed boost. I'm gonna get out of here. Like I said, I'm not gonna. I can't take a Pershing on. I'm gonna probably going to die here. So I back up a little bit here. Let's see here if we can pick up the Pershing coming over. Like I said, play style a little bit more like a TD now. I'm trying to see if I can hit that side of that, but I can't quite. Pretty accurate gun, nice gun handling, just not always the best for penning tier 8s. I was kind of hoping for a side shot of the turret, but he backed off before he could do that. So it is a 3-2. And we're just gonna roll around here a little bit, see if I can get a better spot. All right, let's see if we can do the tier 6 tank. Hellcat's there. He's hiding in the base. I think he would have been fine if he wouldn't have fired, but I think now that everybody knows where he's at, nope, can't get the shot on him. And yeah, we got AMX 1357 with me. Yeah, I know, I get it, buddy. I was thinking the same thing here, but I also don't want to leave. I would like to be able to get some shots in on this Pershing if he does show up. It'd be pretty epic if we could finish him off quick. Yeah, apparently the Pershing's not coming. So me and the AMX 1357F, we're gonna go see if we can jump the M48. And this is what I was talking about with this tank and this playstyle. You know, it does well jumping these tanks. There we go. Pick up the first one. Auto aim him. Put one shot into him. Make a pot. Yep, there we go. Now we're out of here. Oh, shit. Can't quite make that top of that one. And the 57 finishes him off. And we're on the run. Again, can't stick around. Can't hide with this tank. You just got to keep as mobile as you possibly can. So far, we're just kind of kicking the shit out of them. We're already 6-3. And that's about the time we saw the Pershing. Pershing's like, I'm by myself. So AMX 1357, I was hoping was loaded. And he's trying to send it to be in that general direction. This is what I was talking about. Once again in the garage, the play style, you know, separate the cows from the herd. And then, you know, kind of just jump them, right? So we got the auto aim on him right off the bat. There's one. See if we get another one. There's two. And, yeah, we're just going to roll on by. Oh, doggy. Oh, maybe a little too far. However, I'm on his butt anyway. Let's see if we can get another one in here. Ooh, Pershing nails my track. Nice thing about these tanks, anything down below that certain point where they can hit the tire, you take no damage. However, you do blow a tire, and you lose some mobility. Yeah, always fun. So, 2 artilleries left, and a bunch of other tanks to shoot here, and we're on the run. Looking for, yeah, who doesn't like to find some artillery back in here? It's like opening Christmas presents on Christmas morning, right? Where you are, buddy, where you are. So they're most likely they're stuck out here on the islands, and we're going to roll out here and find out what we can find. However, we're going to be a little sneaky about this. I'm not going to zoom in here and do it complete loss. Find the Hellcat, see if we can get behind some bushes. He's behind the bush, so he doesn't actually see me. There's 2 rounds right into him, 252 damage. Got that little bit of a reload here, 8 seconds or so. So we're going to get up behind the bush. There you are. There's one. One more. He's dead. So, 2 artillery left. And that's upon the time the Crusader SP picks him up. We'll put 1 shell there. 2 shells there. 288. He's got 62 damage yet. Gotta wait for the reload. Like I said, I don't know if I've been spotted or not because I don't have 6th sense. However, he does pretty good ideas here. Ooh, I actually fucking bounced that shell. Excellent. So, 2 tier 8s left. And that 1 tier 7. And plus the artillery. And it is a 4-4 all right now. I didn't realize we had died that quickly. Bat Chat's back there chasing the M44. So let's knock this artillery out. My heavies don't just seem to be in too bad a shape. About as bad as the other enemy. So let's see here. He's got to be here somewhere. Where are you at, buddy? Ooh, there he is. There, we pick him up. There's one. Can we finish him off? Yes, we finish him off. And now I got the IS and the Tiger P right in front of me. So let's jump up here, see what we can find. There goes the Tiger 1. Ooh, Tiger P, I'm sorry. Put 1 shell into him. Put him down to 232. They killed the other IS-6. So we just have that nasty little bat chat running around. And they've now killed the Tiger P here, and we're on the run. Let's see if we can go find that bat chat 12T. He's, however, has decided he didn't want to kill the Artie, and now we got to try to catch him. He's in the back corner. Let's see what he's doing here. We're going to switch to HE shells just to give him a little bit of, yeah, how you are. I'm not sure if the M44 was trying to kill him or what, or lost his way or something, but he's, yeah. So the bat chat's got a fair amount of life left, 684, and he could be dangerous. He actually, if he has, we're going to kick it into some corner 98. Oh, never mind. 53 TP says, nope, sit down, go to bed. So, thanks for watching, guys. Fun little tank, not for everybody. I'll be honest with you, this is not for everybody tank. If you're, I would play the regular line ones first, see if you like them before you buy this, because like I said, this is not for everybody. This is not an easy play style to really get used to. So, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night.